Everybody, it's This Week at MBE. I think we were showing some of this last week. We got manifold right here, and we were comparing the weights and stuff of the two manifolds and the designs. But this was the set of heads that we pulled all the seats up, we welded everything, put copper beryllium seats in them, redid all the chambers, raised the valve heights up 70 thousandths. We did a ton of work to this, and now they're actually CC'd, decked, and they look really nice. So you see they're decked, so Bob put the tape on them, but I don't know if you remember seeing them before. You know, where the valve sat, it was down here. So we've raised all that up a bunch, and now look at the chamber. Look at the design of that. If you guys can remember, if you saw how much different it was, but man, guys got themselves a race head, and the flow coefficient is up 40 CFM on the intake and the exhaust. So raising all that up, you know, just gives it a longer turn, bigger radius, more airflow, it stays attached longer. Now with the copper beryllium seats and everything, you can see we put a thick seat in it, but that was to raise everything up. And that doesn't hurt anything, a thicker seat. If anything, it just dissipates the heat better, so not a big deal at all there. But yeah, they're going to have a really nice set of heads, even though they're probably 25 years old. They're going to have something that's really, really nice now. It'll be up to date. That thing will run pretty good, but just wanted to show that. That's the one, all this was welded, all 8 chambers. It was a ton of work. Bob's laying out a manifold right here. As you can see, we got the shims and everything on it, so we find out what your deck height is, what your head gasket thickness is, and then we mock everything up. The shims right here, that's for the 60 thousandths gasket, so when you get it, everything lines up. And you can see we don't have bolt holes or anything in them, so when we do the manifold, we put all the bolt holes in it. There's a lot of work that goes into one of these. The nice part is when you get it, you're not taking a file to the bolt hole, you're not doing anything. Everything bolts together. Yes, very nice. And on the billet manifolds, we've included all the bolts and all the stainless washers and everything that go with them. And then
Over here.
oh yeah, we got some of this stuff here. So these are solid CID heads. So these are not billet heads, but they are solid castings, no water. So these are for, you know, for blowers and turbochargers and things like that are going to run methanol. You don't have to worry about the heat. So these are just in here. They've just been valve jobbed. Then we'll do the small blending of the chambers and the ports. Hardly anything to do. And but you can see they look really pretty with the lightning program, the O-ring on the flange. And yeah, and this too, you can see how the push rod clearance goes through this. When you guys are ordering your energy blocks and you order the 1-inch raised cam, it'd be nice if you told them to move the lifters down, because if we move the lifters down, then the push rod wouldn't go through the intake flange. But engine builders have to request that. But we can all go over any of that with you when you purchase the heads. We can let you know how to order the blocks so you don't have to go through this. It just makes for a nightmare with the valley tray and things like that. All that can be avoided by them drilling the hole in the right location. But that's all that there. We can see all the lightning that goes on. That's 7 pounds comes out of each one of these heads. It's a significant amount of lightning. That is a lot of aluminum. And then let's go back here, Mr. Bates. Yeah, and just remind everybody that same Ford head that we were showing you, we have LS casting. So we're going to be able to, we have 4 different programs we can run in this. So we have the 8-degree NA. So that's what's an oval port, 500 CFM. Then we have the 10-degree for like super late models or smaller cubic inch or less RPM. Ports are a little bit smaller than that. All different guide locations and everything too. And then we have the 12-degree. Oh no, and then we have another 10-degree that's even a smaller oval that we did for road racing, smaller cubic inch, things like that. And then we have the 12-degree with the larger ports, big 460-inch small blocks on up to 500s. So we pretty much have anything you need, and we can do all of these in solids. We can do them in solids or with water. In a lot of the cases, it makes it so you don't have to do a billet head, which costs so much money. you can do the cast one, get the exact same performance out of it, and save $5,000 on the package. So 4 to 5 grand. But we'll do them either way. It doesn't matter. And, this is a set right here that came in. I'm not sure what happened, but it seemed like they were getting repaired somewhere else. I don't think at the most reputable of places from what we found, but the concentricity was way off, as much as 30 thousandths. The concentricity was off, and it was consistent from hole to hole to hole, so you could tell that the machine wasn't set up right. Now the valve job is perfect. All the chambers are blended perfect. But what we found was, we found one guide that it was at a place, they took it out of the shop. One of the guides was put in with JB Weld. You cannot do that. And then it got worse. In that same cylinder, they had taken an intake seat and they had put it in with JB Weld. It wasn't pressed in or anything. Just to let you know, if that would have ran in a few minutes, that would have been a complete disaster. So luckily they took that out of there. They had about 1.5 thou of taper in the guides. All of that is gone. We got everything fixed in them. They're going to have a pretty nice set of heads. And then we updated the valve job and the throats for them, so that didn't cost much, not a ton of work. But they're going to have a head that flows more air, but more importantly, everything's going to seal, and it's not going to blow up. You know, knock on wood, right? So, but just wanted to show that, like, just be careful. And if it's not done right, it's going to cost you $10,000 to $20,000, and so just spend a little bit extra money and go to somebody reputable. Hopefully us. We have this is a drag and drive set of max pulls here, so this thing's pretty cool. These are really cool. So drag and drive max pulls. So one thing where the drag and drive stuff is the valve train on the Big 9 or the max pulls is really better than any other conventional head out there, or any big block Chevy head, period. With the one-piece rocker bars and everything. But this is a big block with this little spring. So this is drag and drive 900 lift with this little spring, and it will work better than any of the inch 500 springs. This is a proprietary spring that Joe Hornick has PSI make for him. They have many different ones. We use a lot of these springs and stay in contact with Joe. He's certainly somebody that helps us, which in turn helps you, and we get a better product out to everybody. But pretty cool, 900 lift on the street, and it'll live. It's pretty awesome in my mind. I think it's really cool, just how everything has come so far. But that's it. That's everything here at MBE. Hope all of you had a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.